Hi there. Remember the previous conversation we had about containers and how they help software engineers build apps better? Well, if you don't, check out the description below and get caught up. But today we are going to learn containers in practice. First off, what are you going to learn? Well, how to build said containers on your machine. And basically, we're going to run a tiny little app where you type in a secret, click on a button, and it displays it back to you. And the only thing you'll need is a computer, internet connection, and a tool called Docker Desktop. Now, to install Docker, please navigate on the link I have pasted below in the description and select the option specific to you. Are you a Mac, Windows, or Linux user? For Mac and Windows users, you can download the installation file and follow the instructions. If you're on Windows specifically, please select Hyper-V Backend and Windows Containers tab. Ensure you adhere to the minimum requirements and keep the Install Interactively tab open. If at any point you're asked to run a command on a thing called command line, then type terminal on a Mac or CMD on Windows, and it will open up something like this. And you just copy the command, paste it on your terminal, and enter to execute. Oh, and one more thing. We are going to speak about two very distinct terms, image and container. Think of an image as the identity of a container. Using code, an image is defined with specific behavior. For instance, an image could be coded to behave like a database. Containers are derived from that image, inheriting that functionality, themselves behaving like databases. So your image defines what your containers will do. And now, let's get cracking. So this is what your dashboard should look like when you first run Docker Desktop. Click on Images on the left-hand side and don't worry about signing in or signing up. You can do this anonymously. Now, what we really want is to do a search for an image that has been written to perform a simple task. I have already created an image, so search for TechInFive. It will give you an image and make sure the tag says Lesson 1. There are various things you can do. You can pull and run, but you always start off by pulling, which downloads the image on your machine. Once downloaded, you can create a container out of that image. But for now, I just want you to run onto your favorite browser. Type in localhost, and this is what I expect you to see. Now, if you don't see this, check out the description. I've got a remedy for this. Now, go back to your image, click on it, and this is what you should more or less see. There's a run button on the right-hand side of your screen. This is how you create a container out of this image. Please do not worry about all of this cryptic stuff. There are some security issues listed here, a bunch of information, but that's another lesson, I promise. Click on Run, and this should open up a screen with some details you have to enter. Let's enter a name. I'm going to say my first container, and then the next thing you just do as I do. Type 80. Promise this is another lesson as well. Click on Run, and these logs indicate that we successfully launched this container. You will in time learn what a success is from an error. And now go back to your browser and refresh that page, and voila. Yeah, sure, it doesn't look great, but it works. Type in a secret. Click on Echo. And there you have it. I know your secret now. If you're interested in learning a little bit about how I created this image, check out part 2 of this lesson where we'll tweak some things and add more functionality. We have some great content coming up. Watch the space, and I hope this was worth your 5 minutes. Thanks for watching.